Podcasts. Let's talk about podcasts for a second. Everybody and their mother pretty much has a podcast. It was a big hit in 2020 when the pandemic was going on. Podcasts was a big thing for a while. I feel like it's slowly dying because people are actually going out to the real world again, and they don't have time to listen to somebody's opinions usually. Usually when you have time, you want to like put your time into watching something that's entertaining. I think that podcasts are just for people who have a following already, and those people trust their views, and they're going to do their proper research to listen, because you don't want to just listen to any Joe and Schmo on YouTube about politics. So in today's video, I want to talk about something that happened, I think, about a week ago. Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, had made a podcast. Like, honestly, it's just the craziest thing for me to hear that any politician has a podcast while they're doing their job. And especially something like Gavin Newsom. I mean, literally, the LA almost burnt completely to the ground a month ago. You know, the cost of living is extremely high. You can't even get your own house over here. Homelessness is at an all-time high as well. This state is crumbling beneath our feet as we speak right now. And I can say it because I'm a resident of California. I get to criticize the politicians. That's my God-given right. But I'm not here to criticize Newsom about his horrible policies or how cringe that he has a podcast now. I'm here to talk about a certain podcast that happened previously with Charlie Kirk, and this happened, I believe, yesterday. And this is weird in itself because Gavin Newsom usually never sits down with anybody that has opposing political views ever, because anybody could shred him up because of his policies. So I kind of think that he's trying to save his face. He's trying to look more moderate, which he's a far leftist. Don't ever forget that, guys. He's crazy. But before we get into this video, go ahead and like this video and subscribe to this channel for more content like this. So this is Gavin Newsom posting his new podcast on here. He had one recently. I guess they stopped uploading. They haven't uploaded for like 2 months. So I guess he started his own thing. Maybe they had a fallout or something. Maybe.
We need to change the conversation. And that's why I'm launching a new podcast. And this is going to be anything but the ordinary politician podcast. I'm going to be talking to people directly that I disagree with, as well as people I look up to. But more important than anything else, I'll be talking directly with you, the listener. Real conversations. What's going on with the cost of eggs? What are the impacts, real impacts to you around tariffs? What power does an executive order really have? And what's really going on inside of Doge? Look, there's an onslaught of information that we take in. So let's take it to the sources without the typical political mumbo jumbo. In the first few weeks, we're going to be sitting down with some of the biggest leaders and architects in the MAGA movement. This is Gavin Newsom.
So if you guys want to follow him in his podcast, there it is on the bottom for you guys. I kind of want to bring up this real quick. People on the left are just saying, oh, the cost of eggs are going up. They're $10 a carton. Oh my gosh. Trump said he's gonna raise down the prices. It's like, I think there's like a salmonella breakout or something with chickens right now. So that's why the cost of eggs are going up, because there's less. So it's just funny how they say that, because as I remember through the pandemic and years and years throughout Biden's administration, eggs were super expensive. So I don't get why they're running with this. It's like it was the same price when Biden was in office. So, and the comments... Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, everybody's happy, bro. So let's go ahead and check out this part. He finally brings up the question about China, how Xi Jinping came to San Francisco and he literally cleaned up the whole city for him to come through, and then it just became a crap hole like shortly after. So let's go ahead and check out this clip.
Why is it you were able to clean it up for Xi Jinping, but you
that
can't
was
clean
you
it up?
guys. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. By the way, you guys weaponized that. I saw that on 25 things. It was the most ridiculous. Yeah, that was, you know what?
With all due respect, I saw a beautiful picture of San Francisco that looked like Singapore.
By the way,
and then Xi Jinping leaves, and the Walking Dead come back.
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys don't know, before Gavin Newsom became the governor of California, he was the mayor of San Francisco. And under his leadership, it was terrible. That's why all the crackheads were walking around, because of this guy right here. Yeah, he wasn't a very good mayor either. And I honestly think his response is he's just ignoring the question. That's just how Gavin Newsom is. He literally ignores the question. He asks why you cleaned it up, and he just laughs and says, oh, you guys are weaponizing that. It's like, you're still not answering the question, though. It's just like, they can't answer the question, guys. They're just fisting you over there in San Francisco. But hey, I don't live over there.
Last night, trying to put my son to bed, he's like, no, Dad, what time? What time's Charlie going to be here? What time? And I'm like, dude, you're in school tomorrow. He's 13. He's like, no. This morning, wakes up at 6 something. He's like, I'm coming. I'm like, he literally would not leave the house.
Did you let him take off school?
No, he did. Of course not. He's not here for a good reason. But the point is,
you canceled school for like 2 years. Once
the point is the point, which is you are.
This dude looks so uncomfortable when he said that. He's like, I felt the soul leave his body for a second. Like, why'd you have to bring that up?
When you go to these college campuses, I love watching your TikTok, which is next level. And clearly, that's expressed by my 13-year-old son.
I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, I actually.
He's coming to a Turning Point event this summer, Tampa, Florida, Student Action Summit.
It just seems like Gavin Newsom's son is a Republican. That's hilarious. That'd be funny if it's when his son's 18, he comes out as Republican. That'd be hilarious.
By the way, if
you should be concerned.
But so let me say here is why I'm concerned, because you have expressed that I should be concerned as a Democrat, that we're getting clobbered.
Okay. Yes.
That you figured something out.
It's not me. The president first deserves the credit.
But why? No, hold on. You were at this before Trump was Trump.
I know, but
he was a Democrat back in 2011 and 12.
The president deserves huge credit, and I just have to say that as an obligatory thing, because without him, our movement would be small. And you can appreciate that in politics. You have to appreciate the person who is the catalyst.
For you, that's what you sort of attached an identity with.
It was also just the catalyst. It was a cultural moment that just opened.
I think you talked about it the other day. A lot of folks were talking about that Carville article. And then come back and strike when hot. And I immediately, no BS, thought about you, who's just 24/7 flooding the zone, owning this space, every day getting a convert, continuing the momentum, coming out of this damn election. And then I'm thinking about, we're going to stand back and watch you run circles around us for 6 months, the next 2 or 3 years, waiting for the moment.
You guys are posting these cringe videos on social media.
What are the videos? What are the ones that
I don't know,
this
cringy?
Like
harmonious thing of like 22 senators all saying the same
you
thing.
Didn't like that, yeah.
I didn't like it.
What do you
go do more of that.
What do you do? What do you do? Seriously, Charlie Kirk, give us some advice.
Get better ideas, Governor.
Bro. Hey, at least I could give him some credit. At least he's sitting there taking the criticism, saying, "Yeah, I didn't like that." Yeah, because some politicians are so fake, like they'll never admit that their party is wrong. So who knows? Maybe Newsom is trying to change a little bit, but I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just performance. And it's funny how he's saying like, "Oh, you guys are running circles around us." Brother, look at your politics. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes a border that's flooded with illegal immigrants. Nobody likes that you're marching into people's houses and taking their kids and freaking transitioning their genders or something. Like, no, that a normal person doesn't like that. That's why they're running circles around you. You're just giving them the election. You're giving them, and I'm here for it, bro.
Any Democrats you admire out there right now?
Democrats I respect. Bobby Kennedy type? I respect. Tulsi Gabbard.
Why are you laughing? Why are you smiling?
Because like they're on our team now. Because you guys kicked out like your best people. It's like the people that were into. This is a great point though, Governor. Is that Bobby Kennedy was a heterodox opinion on a thing that a lot of people were concerned about. Get him out. He's an anti-vaxxer. Yeah. Tulsi Gabbard, who was an anti-war. Get her out. She's a Russian agent. Yeah. Do you guys see how you have an unhealthy purification process?
Yeah.
You know, you can respectfully sit there and talk to each other about political differences. But yeah, they do have an unhealthy relationship of solving issues with people in their party. It's not good. That's why Trump won. That's why he destroyed Kamala.
You're talking to me about people.
Yeah.
So like you right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports,
right.
that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, and I appreciate
but like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. It is an issue of fairness. So it's deeply unfair.
Would you speak out against this young man, A.B. Hernandez, who right now is going to win the state championship in the long jump?
It's so funny because this makes him more look like a coward than anything, because he literally signed a bill. Kids can transition in school and the teachers don't have to let the parents know that they're helping them transition. You see what I mean? Like when politicians do podcasts, it's like, I'm sorry to freeze it a lot. I just have a lot of opinions about it because I live here. You know, this guy's sitting up here with a smile on his face saying, "Oh, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that." But you don't do nothing. Like you sit here and let your radical party run California. You know, grow some cojones, man. So those are the clips that are floating around Twitter right now. I thought I'd react to it. I thought it's hilarious that this dude, it's crazy. It's just crazy to me how he totally like is a different person compared to like when he's up there speaking for California. But at the end of the day, I think this is a good thing. I think that people should come together and have a, mature respectful discussion about politics. But anyway, what do you guys think? Do you think that, you know, Charlie Kirk went up there and totally humiliated Gavin Newsom, or is it the other way around? Go ahead and put your opinions in the comments below, and go ahead and like this video and subscribe to more content like this. I'll see you guys in the next video.